You know, I bet if I did all my recordings not during rush hour in the afternoon when everybody's buzzing around, I probably wouldn't be so angry at the motorcycle guy. Hello, New York, aka YouTube. We are back with another episode, what should be the final episode of The Stars Above. It's been a long time coming, but we're gonna finish this today. Gotta say, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling very productive today. We have a lot to do. Luckily, there's not too many more equipment upgrades we have to worry about. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. We are going to annihilate the rest of this mod, and nothing, no matter what, is going to stop us, because it's time to wrap this series up. But, we cannot break tradition. We mustn't break tradition. We must add one last gravestone to our beautiful little graveyard of people who supported and watched this series. I think I have my comment for our final gravestone picked out. Shout out to Steeth Bucket, who commented, Asphodin's use of the word peak implies that other new-gen slang very likely exists in this universe. This leads to a few questions. How were they created? Does the internet exist? How much of the internet exists? How does she know about it? Does she have access to the internet? How does she have access to the internet? Why does she have access to the internet? And a lot more than that, but this comment is long enough, lol. Indeed, it is long enough, and this series has gone on for long enough. But shout out to you, Steeth Bucket, for giving me a great comment, raising many a question. But shout out to you, Steeth Bucket, for asking all the important questions, the most important questions to life. Does the internet exist in the world of the stars above? I don't know, but I do know that the developer of this mod is making their own game called Second Stellar, and the alpha will be available later this year. But shout out to Steeth Bucket, and honestly shout out to everybody. Shout out Dan Yami, amazing mod dev. Shout out to William Sellers 2158. Shout out to Peculiar Potato Chimp. Shout out Enterblank. Shout out Alp Caesar. Shout out T-Tops, and shout out Steeth Bucket. Thank you all for watching and supporting this series. I've had a lot of fun with it, and there's still a little bit more fun to be had. So before we get into the cleanup phase where I go kill all the bosses I forgot to fight, let's make us some lunar gear, shall we? Excellent. Let's make us some funky, fresh nebula armor. And go ahead and I'm thinking we max out our life fruit before doing anything else. And done. So the first boss and friend we have to take revenge on is our star bearers. We actually have to go ahead and fight our star bearers. We never actually did that fight properly. All right, my dear starfarers. Yep, starfarers. Let's have a little rematch, shall we? Now that I'm, significantly more powerful and definitely not gonna completely wash you or anything. Oh no. Oh, that was close. Oh my God, are you serious? Haha! Did we win? Please don't have a desperation phase. Oh, thank God. But now we have to fight the Burnished King. Man really does sound like a Dark Souls boss, doesn't he? So let's just fight the Burnished King. Let's dethrone this man, if you catch my drift. Whoa!
My holy blade, the very world lies in balance.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, he's got a phase too. Oh no, we in trouble, boy. Oh my God, we did it. Holy moly, that was a cool boss. I think we can reuse his attacks as a weapon in our arsenal as a new Stellar Nova, maybe because of the Star Bear's influence. I think you're right, and I think this is the one that I really like. Yeah, this one, Ars Leviathan. This is easily my favorite Stellar Nova, no questions asked. Is that all the bosses? Aside from, event bosses? I don't think event bosses contribute to stuff, do they? Oh yeah, Arbitration. I forgot about this guy. That's right, Arbitration. I remember him being kind of hard. So it looks like, and I would have never figured this out on my own. I tried figuring it out for a while on my own, but got nothing. Apparently, we have to go on a voyage. We have to go on an Anomaly voyage. We have to either go to Lyra or what's the other place? It's not Aquarius, it's not Scorpius. I'll know when I see it. I don't see the other place it's talking about, but maybe I can't go there yet, but I think we have to go to Lyra. I think this is where we need to go. Lyra, Anomaly, Iota. Yes, it is. Not exactly sure what we're looking for here. I mean, it's a cool, like, pink planet, but Man, the low gravity is not something I'm a fan of.
What the heck
Whoa!
is that?
Oh! Oh, hello! Whoa, hello, arbitration. Yeah, okay, he's making some noises, man. Hey, we got him! Holy moly. That was a very weird fight. Like, very, very weird fight. Let's get out of here, yeah? Let's go home. Go home. Home sound good. But I don't think there's anything more that needs to be said or can be said. It's time to prove that we, us together, are the main characters of this story. Warrior of Light, show me what you got.
This battle shall be our last. Be gone! Sword of Shadow! Darkness must be destroyed. My soul knows no surrender. Cleaving steel, like my power! Darkness must be destroyed. My soul knows no surrender. Be gone, Sword of Shadow! My soul knows no surrender. Darkness must be destroyed. Be gone, Sword of Shadow! Darkness must be destroyed. My soul knows no surrender. Gleaming steel, like my power. Darkness must be destroyed. My soul knows no surrender. Be gone, Sword of Shadow! My soul knows no surrender. I for our world, I will strike you down. To me, warriors of light! Darkness must be destroyed. Be gone, Sword of Shadow! My soul knows no surrender. Refulgent ether, fight my foes! Gleaming steel, light my power! To me, warriors of light! Be gone, Sword of Shadow! Darkness must be destroyed! To me, warriors of light! Be gone, Sword of Shadow! Darkness must be destroyed! Be gone!
Can't stop now.
Sword of Shadow! To me, warriors of light! Darkness must be destroyed! Be gone, Sword of Shadow! I still stand. Now to take your measure! Will light embrace or darkness consume? Power from beyond for victory! Magics are not for you to
Holy crap, that was a battle. Ah, I see. We were wrong. The warrior thought he was saving the galaxy, but it was truly the lies of the first Starfarer. How cruel. Anyways, the warrior of light is defeated and has returned to this world, finally. We finally have the last piece of the puzzle. The first Starfarer showed her hand, and this means we have a chance. Once you've collected all the mnemonic traces, craft them together with the use of the Celestiad root. I probably don't need to tell you this, but she's not going to parley. Prepare for a hard fight, perhaps the hardest fight so far. So we finally have all the mnemonic traces, and we can now go fight the first Starfarer, and she's the one who caused the Ardor and all this intergalactic terrorism and all this bad stuff. Essence of beginning and end. Seriously, this is an incredible achievement. I've had this essence tucked away as it was too powerful to use, but with what you've accomplished, I think you're finally able to wield it. Be sure to treat the finished product with care. Ooh, that sounds like the kind of weapon I want to have. Anything that's super fucking dangerous. Oh yeah, bury the light. God, I love this thing. Oh my god, we can also make a super pickaxe. That's awesome. Okay, I think we're in business. So I feel like bury the light might just be the weapon we use. It halves our defense, but god damn, it does damage. And I think the judgment gauge is now full. Yeah, judgment gauge. Yeah, it's you know what it is. You know what this thing is. And I think if we press the weapon action key, oh, maybe it's not full yet. Now it's full. So if we press the weapon action key. Oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah, it was like that. It was similar to this, like this in the original mod, but it was a little bit different. But oh my god, like look at this. Look at that ridiculous damage too. Like goodness me. And then we got this pickaxe here. I have no idea how it works, but right click to place a dust of gunpowder. Okay. Oh my god, that's how it works. Yeah, I like this thing. It's cool. I like modded pickaxes that are also like kind of weapons. I mean, we have to go with bury the light for the final showdown. I mean, come on. The nebula armor ain't gonna be cutting it. We're gonna be needing solar armor for the extra defense. So it's time to be a capitalist and buy our way out of our problems. Oh, that's right. I still have fucking Gabe's texture pack on for the solar armor. So with the solar armor, we still have 68 defense even when using Bury the Light, which is pretty amazing. So for one last time, we gotta head to the observatory and make this sigil if we desire to confront the first Starfarer. And here it is, the mnemonic sigil. So this is what we need to do to fight the first Starfarer, the final boss. Use within the center of the Eternal Confluence to summon the first Starfarer. The Eternal Confluence. All right, well, I guess there's not much else to say other than this has been an amazing series. I've really enjoyed this mod. They've clearly really upped the quality of this mod. There is one weapon in here that I learned was unobtainable, which is kind of sad because it was like one of my favorite weapons back in the day. But other than that, they've really stepped up the quality of this mod. Some of the weapons feel a little bit weak. Maybe I'm just not using them right or getting into all the nitty-gritty of all the little like details of the weapon, but it has been such a fantastic experience. But now, let us bring an end to this horrible thing called the Ardor and confront the first Starfarer. Whoa. What is this place? What is this place indeed? Well, it looks like the background looks like the observatory, but it is what it is. Okay. So we're gonna have to summon her right here. All right, first Starfarer, you've caused me so much trouble. I went to so many planets around the galaxy and fought so many dudes that were just so dumb. It's time for you to bite the big one.
What will be the end of your long journey? There is no way you can run. Struggle as much as you like. Don't tell me you're afraid of the dark. I can see there is no more point to holding back. Know that I have given you ample time for surrender. You seem to be forgetting something. I too am a Starfarer. Now comes the age of the stars. You'll have to try harder than that. In carnage I bloom, like a flower in the dawn. I'm not letting you take another step. Don't tell me you're afraid of the dark. side. You will meet with a monstrous and empty fate. Struggle as much as you'd like. Your thoughts, your arts, I can cut them. Your luck has run out, mongrel. I will destroy your light. Come to me, Star Child. Hope is on my side. In carnage I bloom, like a flower in the dawn. There is nowhere you can run.
Why hold back when you can solve the problem right now?
You are nothing but a single insignificant speck of dust. My power shall be absolute. Your luck has run out now. There will be bloodshed. I'm not letting you take another step. The death of 1,000 stars condensed into a single fleeting moment. Now comes the age of the stars. Your thoughts, your arts, I can cut them. There is nowhere you can run. I will destroy your light. My power shall be absolute. In carnage I bloom, like a flower in the dawn. Come to me, Star Child. Now cometh the age of the stars. The death of 1,000 stars condensed into a single fleeting moment. There is nowhere you can run. My power shall be absolute. Hope is on my side. There will be bloodshed. Your luck has run out, mongrel. In carnage,
I'll never back down.
like a Now comes the age of the stars. The death of 1,000 stars condensed into a single fleeting moment. There is nowhere you can run. My power shall be absolute. Hope is on my side. Stronger than I dared to hope.
Oh, well, there you have it. The final boss of the Stars Above defeated. And for some reason, regular enemies are spawning. Alright, what's left to be said? It's over. Tsukunumi. I'm gonna call you Tusuki. I'm gonna just call her Suki. Suki has vanished. We're still missing so many clues. She doesn't seem out of it. What caused her to do what she did? Hopefully one day we'll find answers to questions we seek. I have a feeling this journey isn't over yet. I've gathered some leftover residue from the fight. It will likely use as a stand-in to an essence for creating a weapon. With this victory, there may be more evils ahead, but no, there's nothing insurmountable. We've come this far. Holy moly, that was actually quite a difficult fight, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty scary. But we got some more essences, and we got, Polter Grasp 5000. When held, vacuums all by nearby items to your position instantly. So is this like the, oh, okay, it's not like the loot magnet, but that's fine. Spatial Memoriam, right. This is used to make the Ultima Fuel. I remember this thing. Ah, yes, this is the weapon I think it is. Okay, very good, very good. So hang on, let me get my equipment back in working order here. We weren't allowed to fly in that fight, which is really annoying, but I guess it does kind of make sense. This weapon, oh my god, this weapon. Look at this beauty. It just summons planets, and you just call down more planets, and it's just completely and utterly overpowered. And then you can turn into a black hole and just suck everything up. Good lord, I forgot how amazing this thing was. So I reckon we put this thing to the test and see how it does against every vanilla boss. I would have bought the ancient seal that summons modded bosses, but something tells me it doesn't really work with this mod. A boop!
That was well earned, if I do say so myself.
Well, I think this weapon speaks for itself. And holy crap, I think this mod speaks for itself. It is so incredibly unique. There's not really too many other mods that are quite like this. So now I'm gonna go ahead and give my final thoughts on the mod overall now that I have played the up-to-date version of The Stars Above. It's still just as good as I remember. The weapons are still super unique. I'm a little bit salty that the Expected Astra, or whatever it's called, my favorite weapon from the older version of the mod, isn't in the mod anymore. But at least this one is still in here, because this one is just stupid. The bosses are extremely unique. They definitely sort of force you to think a little bit before you act. You definitely got to do a little bit, you have a little bit more brain power when it comes to the bosses. Most of them put you in boxes and like contained areas, which like, yeah, I understand, like it makes sense for these bosses. Doing boss fights like that where you contain the player to a very specific area, in Terraria specifically, I'm not saying all games, I'm saying in Terraria specifically. Bosses like that, I've never really been the biggest fan of. That's one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of the Fargo's Eternity mode, because you're typically like have to deal with like circles and you only have certain areas and you can't be too far from the boss, stuff like that. I'm usually not a big fan of that sort of thing, and well, I'm not a big fan of that sort of thing, but I think this mod honestly does a pretty good job at using that mechanic to its advantage. The artwork and sprites for literally everything are fantastic. The art direction is truly amazing, and I imagine the game that the developer is making, Second Stellar, is going to be even more fantastic when it comes to the art direction. And I also imagine that it'll be a continuation of the story of this mod. So if you're gonna play that game, then you should definitely play this mod first. The soundtrack is amazing, the voice acting is amazing, the mechanics are really cool, and of course, the Neon Veil, the friggin' Vaporwave City, best thing in the entire mod, no questions asked. The Stellar Novas are really cool, just having extra abilities to just like summon super powerful OP attacks like once or twice per boss fight is really cool. I've always loved that mechanic. And the Stellar Array, where you get to pick like skills and abilities after defeating bosses, I've always loved that sort of thing in games. As for things I didn't like about the mod, well, I feel like some of the weapons felt like kind of weak, and I feel like for average players, some of the weapons require just a lot of brain power to use properly. So like, I'm gonna minus half points for that, just because like, yeah, I imagine if you use them properly and, you know, indulge in all the mechanics, it's pretty good. But the fact that there's so many of them, it feels like you have to spec in specifically to using one type of weapon, and I don't really like that kind of restriction. I like using a bunch of weapons, but they're still all extremely unique and manage to feel different from one another, and it's just, there's nothing really more to say. This was a fantastic experience, and I really enjoyed playing this mod again. And if you enjoyed watching me play this mod and this series in general, then definitely be sure to hit the like and sub button. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're curious about what's coming after this series, I already have something lined up. I already have something planned. But we're going to be taking a little bit of a break from Terraria for a bit. Luke and I finished the Get Fixed Boy Seed not too long ago, and that took a lot out of us. And this series took a lot out of me, quite frankly. But goddamn, it was really worth it, and and this mod is just super fantastic. And if you really like the way I do things and you've enjoyed the commentary and the gameplay, then definitely consider becoming a channel member. Not only do you directly support me in the process, but you also get access to a whole bunch of exclusive rewards. And once we hit 10 consecutive members, 10 consecutive channel members, I'm going to start doing weekly, member-only, member-exclusive live streams where you, the members, get to decide what I suffer through. So if you want to be a part of all that and get some exclusive content from me, then definitely be sure to check out the memberships. But that is going to do it for now. Thank you all so much for watching this series, and yeah, have a good day, everyone.